Hello, I hope you all are having a fantastic day. I am going to make this video because there are certain people that I like when I make videos. I think this is not the ego, please. And so, um, Google told me once that it is better to have a small community of 20 people online. I told Google like 9 to 10 people, and Google said that is the best connection because. Okay, so I'm going to explain something. Kai Cenat and I Show Speed are streaming right now, and they're doing a Minecraft collaboration. But I think it's a 24-hour stream. And so I am guessing they got this type of inspiration from other people, I will say Dean and AB. I do not know. I am just guessing. I am a random, a casual, if you will. And so, uh, these two men are sleeping in the 50s and 40s and whatever times. People used to have two separate beds. And what they did was the man slept in this bed and the woman slept in this bed. During certain times, they brought the beds together. These two people are sleeping on a 50s style couple bed, both millionaires, pushed together. So, what I was explaining to somebody earlier is that the reason why I don't like the reason why what they're doing is detrimental is for two reasons, and I'll explain something. I was joking, and the person made the comment, um, "Why do you get so mad over things like that?" and blah blah blah. And I had to explain. Um, there are different streamers like Candace Owens, Hodge Twins. I think his name is Terrence Williams or some shit. I don't know. But they say the most obnoxious, horrendous things about African Americans. Whenever a person is in a closet, the problem what I have with closeted people is that they say the most evil, vile, detrimental, the Holy Bible, crazy shit against homosexuals, the gay community. And so you guys will probably see me like, nah, why does that matter? The reason why that matters is because y'all don't care. A lot of people don't care. They only care about them. I will explain. When doing a rabbit hole into boxing, there's a lot of different nationalities of boxers. And so what I will say is the most comments that I have seen, for the most part, is that I'll give you an example, let's say Hispanic. Um, there's a guy named Cruz, and most of the Hispanics were saying, man, Cruz shows the true genetics of a Mexican, or whatever he is, and blah, I'm sorry, and blah, 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 our genetics, and blah, 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 our nationality. And what I'm here to tell you is that that dude and what he does has nothing to do with whatever the fuck you talking about. That dude is elite. Just like African Americans, right? The comments are like predictable. You watch a fight and you see both sides comments and you watch and you're like, you have your opinion. But when you look at the comments, it's like, oh, if you're this nationality, that fighter won. If you're this nationality, that fighter won. If you're this nationality, we're going to ignore all the steroids that fighter took and we're going to blah blah blah. And it's just silly. It's silly. Sometimes people hate themselves, and sometimes people love themselves a little too much and want to destroy their neighbors. I honestly don't give a fuck anymore. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I also watched a video earlier of different people dealing with tour guides. And the reason why I say tour guides and safaris and different things of that nature is because us as humans already took over all this other shit. Now we like to go and create little segments of nature and fuck around with it because videos aren't enough. And probably multitudes of people all was trying to take photographs and this and that, and the tour guides either told them to stop it or quit fucking around, and they did it anyway, and we're all eaten. So, or ravaged. Some of them, like hippos, don't even eat meat. But why are you throwing shit at hippos? Like, are you? So I think honestly, humanity and its education just isn't. I wouldn't even say education. So also, what I told Google one time, when there's a movie called The Matrix, and in The Matrix, the whole point was the Matrix failed because humans needed violence and excitement or blah blah blah. No, a character uses its awareness for situational situations, and so if a human was raised in perfect per this, that human, even when prone to violence, its violence would be, I knocked the pencil off the table, versus somebody who would take a pencil and stab an entire civilization because their God told them to. Do you see the difference in the violence? You can't go, oh, this creature is violent. All creatures that exist are violent because that creature will destroy another creature to survive. How about that? And so honestly, why I make I started watching a Don Reborn. I started watching a Don Reacts video. Young Don is a YouTuber, and it was about another man talking about the war on Iran, Judaism, and Trumpism, and all that stuff. And after days of just watching boxing and PvPers from RuneScape and just random stuff, just getting back into that stuff made my stomach start to twist. And it was like, who knows what these people? Why? I don't care. Do it. Get her done. But once you walk on my land, I'ma fuck you up. Type shit. Because I can only proximity so much. Do that make sense? I'm gonna give a metaphor. You don't have to become violent. Please don't use proximity mines because a dude with Santa Claus on a shirt. Use proximity mines as a metaphor. Think of me like a proximity mine. What do you want me to do? You want me to blow up on a person all the way over there? There's people over there, and if they don't have the power to, I trust them. I'm, I mean the poor. If people are going uprise, fight, blah 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 blah, whatever, survive. Do what I have to survive, and then get to that point. Because out of all this blah blah that made my stomach turn, Young Don says something very important. Americans want a Hellcat. We're looking for a house loan. Then people trying to survive. I don't politics much, but I don't know what's going on. I then told myself Iran is probably behind closed doors with Trump and all these other people, while the media blah 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 blah. When I say I am who I am, the reason why I'm hesitant to say you are who you are is because of how words and verbs, and that's also why I made this video. Oftentimes I tell myself saying this doesn't matter. There's no Lord God, blah, 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 blah. I like my metaphors of detriment and violence, blah, but I'm telling you, when I wake up and say this, I'm going to have a good and change my perception and speak certain things. It's not about manifesting a new Hellcat. It's about changing who I am right now with subtle things. And on day 853, there's going to be a new person here. And then when that new person looks on those dreams, I may not even want those no more. Maybe I am looking for something else. I am ever changing, but also I am aware. And so I also told a person recently, I don't say with concreteness anything is anymore. The Big Bang, the Lord Jesus, I don't care. What it is at the moment, if that's what it is, cool. Because since a child, I've learned all types of things, and I will give you the basics, the food pyramid, that little triangle. This is the food pyramid. And at the bottom was a bunch of milks and breads. Drink a bunch of milks and eat a bunch of breads, and watch what happens to you now. Iodine and peroxide and rubbing alcohol. Use that shit now and watch what happens. Now it's Neosporin. What will it be 50 years from now? Mouthwashes and toothpastes. Fluoride now. And I don't mean to mock. But I'm alive, and I should keep doing that. I don't tell anybody what to do to survive. Sin, atheisms. Enjoy. I'm going to have a good day. Try. Or I will have a good day. And if I don't, I'm not going to use that I will to hurt people. Try better. Sometimes I go fishing, I get a bunch of fish. Sometimes I go fishing, I get nothing. Sometimes people go fishing and get ate by a crocodile. I just simply try to do the simplest, safest route possible. I don't need to go to the wilderness to see the wilderness. I have social. I see it all, and I'm thankful. Because then when I go camping, all the mosquitoes are biting me. When I go to the cover bridges, all the mosquitoes are biting me. The little creatures run around, fucking all type of bullshit. Can't smoke here, can't smoke there. You can smoke here in the middle of it all. Hey, some people don't like smoke. What's the problem? You see what I'm saying? So, but in my house, I'm not telling people to become hermits in their shells. Honestly, I would implore people to stop watching YouTube that informs in certain topics of religion and politics and world news. I would learn certain things, and then I would background check with Google, but then I would, like a scientist, not harm myself, but slowly learn and grow and adventure. I said to myself, I'm going to tell you in about 10 years if I'm here, I'll probably start building things and fixing a house and spending all my money on, I'll probably be just like my dad. And you know what? It's beautiful. So one of these days, I'm going to get up and say, hi kids, and visit my kids. Because I ain't what y'all think. I'm a piece of shit, man. My videos are cool, man. I got knowledge, but I'm not that. I made these videos. You know the irony of my videos? You know what I was doing the other day? I was sitting playing RuneScape, and I said, hey, what if I tell people to follow you? And I said, no. David said don't do it. I'm not going to do it. Or not David. Lord, that's the wrong fucking example. Daniel's just so awesome and holy. I said, no, I'm not going to do it, Daniel. You know what Daniel creates? I'm not going to get on Daniel like that. It is, nah, fuck that. I done got on Peter, Paul. If you follow Daniel if you want to under oppression, you going to, yeah. You know what they call Martin Luther King? See, y'all see the television version. Y'all see the up north version. I don't care. My thing is, just don't harm people. Please. Don't harm yourselves. Instead of taking that and doing that, grab a pencil and find some paper and shh. And they're going to be like, oh, what the fuck is that? You know what people said to me when I first started screaming and playing guitar? What the fuck, Jay? We don't let nobody ever hear you do that again. Don't, Wani, that's my name. And 10 years later, one of them people said, yo, screaming is the greatest thing ever. What the fuck? Because they loved metal then when they was a man. Funny, right? So, I don't know, man. Closeted people really harm out people. If you're in a closet, it's because you're lying about something. That's all I'm saying. You're doing the same thing the Hodge twins do to me. You're being fake. And you're lying to people that you want approval from. So, don't let me harm you. Do what you want. I don't give a fuck. Come on, ding, ding, ding. I looked outside my car the other day and I see my little gut. I'm only like 180, I think, or something, or 190, but only. These boxers and people y'all are idolizing are Barbie doll size. They're taking tiny dudes and letting them rock them, sock them robots. The referees are all bigger than the boxers. Grow the fuck up. Show people why your genetics. And I'm going to say something that might be infuriating, but I don't care. Asians, Hispanics, be y'all around Caucasians. What are y'all? Y'all look like robots. And it infuriates me because when I see y'all in y'all indigenous lands, Y'all are super fucking awesome. Then up here in America, y'all turn into house niggas. Stop. They're not gonna love you more.